Welcome to Half Past Broke, where I am living proof that you don't need to have talent to hit the start record button. I'm Differus.
Oh, I'm certainly Eric, and I 110% agree on that because I definitely just hit the record button. What are we doing today? So I have a couple things I want to talk about, but I think we had just 17 seconds ago discussed we're going to go directly into figuratively bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, let's roll right into bang for your buck. I'm excited about this one. Also, it's refrigerated, and I don't want it sitting on my desk for too long.
Just got a fucking ham on your desk.
Oh my goodness. All right, so do you want to start or do you want me to go?
Mine's simple. Mine's a straight up tried and true, possibly unpopular opinion, but I don't care. Come at me. S-Bar hot dogs from Dollar Tree.
Yeah, I like
You've
the
probably
S-Bar
seen-
hot dogs. They're so good.
Turkey dogs.
Actually,
What's up?
fun fact, Aldi's has them cheaper. The Ballpark Franks, you can get the same amount for 89 cents.
Well, there you go. Go to Aldi. Fuck Dollar Tree. I was actually gonna say that ShopRite, or your local store also carries the same like S-Bar. That's the company hot dogs for $1 as well. So you don't have to go to the Dollar Tree to get them. But the Turkey Franks are fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Go with turkey.
I just thought I'd bring that up because we always talk about we talked about a couple episodes ago whether or not the dollar is worth more or less. And I think at this time, like if you have an Aldi near you, go get that at Aldi's. Cause but it's still
$1 cheap as fuck. Go
it's
get it
still
for
cheap as
$1.
fuck.
Anyway, what do you got? You seem pretty psyched. You seem pretty excited to get the ham off your desk, figuratively.
I just think this is hilarious. Okay,
What is
so
it?
number one, it's a protein shake for $1.
Okay.
So I thought that was pretty cool. I haven't tried it yet. I was gonna try it on the video because I was just kind of curious, and I had to let it cool because they left it sitting on the cabinets, not even in the fridges or anything. So
read the ingredients real quick. What's in it? What's in the dollar store?
Dollar store protein shake.
The fucking dollar store.
Oh my god, it's a freaking War and Peace essay back here. Holy
That's
shit.
that's not good.
Oh, I can't even read it. I can't read it. Hey God.
That's water.
Water protein blend. All right, in parentheses, milk protein concentrate, milk protein isolate, whey protein concentrate, calcium caseinate. I don't know what that is. Contains less than 2% of cocoa, which because it's chocolate flavor.
There you go.
Vitamin, mineral blend, calcium phosphate, magnesium phosphate, potassium phosphates, sodium ascorbate, vitamin C, ferric orthophosphate, iron, zinc gluconate, DL alpha
Yeah, if there's that many things going on, I'm not sure I 100% trust it, but for $1, right? Fuck it.
Yeah, well, and I was looking at the ingredients, and like I've seen protein shakes before, but I don't think I've ever really scrutinized like the nutrition facts, and maybe like someone in the comments will know better than I. But
Probably
I don't.
swole.
Yeah, probably swole. I don't think monounsaturated fat should be in a protein shake. I'm just saying, unsaturated fat.
There's probably a lot of things in that shouldn't be in a protein shake.
Yeah, so we're gonna give it a little taste test and see what it tastes like.
What do you
Oh.
How many ounces is it? First of all,
It is
8.
11.
Looks like 8. 11.
Yeah.
Okay. And how many grams of protein?
60% of your daily needs. So it's not bad as far as
30 grams of protein and 11 ounces. That's pretty
I
concentrated.
probably should have shaken it up.
Yeah, yes. It's literally called a shake.
Shut the fuck up. It kind of tastes like chalky water. Hang on, let me try it one more time. Honestly, it has like it tastes like a protein shake. It doesn't taste worse. It doesn't taste better. It has like that same like really thick, silky taste to it. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. So that's what I'm drinking today too.
There you go.
But yeah,
What are you drinking?
so I thought that was interesting. Also, just side note, I saw milk at the Dollar Tree in the same kind of container this is on a shelf outside of the fridge.
Yeah.
What the
expired.
fuck?
Yeah.
What
Absolutely
is
expired.
that? I checked the expiration date. It said it was good.
A lot of the meat at the Dollar Tree by me is notoriously expired. Like
Really?
yeah, like all of it. Everything in the fucking fridge or the freezer in the back, like you have to physically look at every single package to make sure that it's not expired. Now, is a pack of fucking frozen hot dogs that's been air quote expired or sell by date by a week, is that really bad for you? No, absolutely not. And it's probably gonna get thrown in the garbage, but be careful, because if they're selling it past the date, then what's
Mhm.
stopping them from selling it 2 years past the date? Because they're, because who fucking cares?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I've never seen milk sold at room temperature. Like I've heard of bags of milk that they have in Canada, but milk sold at room temperature in like wax paper container cartons.
uh,
That was a new one for me.
what do they sell? Military rations now?
Yeah,
Like,
right?
fucking survival food? Like, yeah, this milk is good for 6 years.
Oh my god, I was so pissed. I walked around the entire store. Liv posted up that picture of the dice for $1, the D&D
Yeah,
dice. I couldn't find
yes.
them.
That's what I was gonna use as my fucking pick. I forgot about it.
I was disappointed. I
Yeah.
was looking for them hardcore.
Yeah, so I guess I'll do a double whammy today because I forgot about that. They have what was it, a 6-7 pack? How many dice was it for
It's
for $1?
You get I think like if it's a set, it's a D4, a D6, a D8, a D10, and a D12. So it'd be a 5 and a D20. And if it came with all of them, it was a
Yeah.
6-pack. Yeah.
Yeah, so of the all different, and it's not specifically D&D dice, right? It's all
Yeah,
like,
I just call them
role
D&D
playing dice.
'cause,
Yeah.
yeah,
Tabletop dice.
multi-sided dice.
There you go, multi-sided die, if you will. So yeah, that's another cool thing. So like, there's cool shit at the cool shit at the Dollar Trees, and there's also shit that will probably put you in the hospital.
Oh, okay. So we're talking about cool shit. I was at the Dollar Tree. I was
Mhm.
looking for my pick, but I also realized I needed a strainer for like washing out rice and like filtering out like meat and stuff like that with extra ingredients. So I found one dollar strainer. Why not? Stainless steel, cool enough. And I also found a silicone thing that you put in your sink to like catch all like the chunks so it doesn't go
Oh
down
yeah,
your drain. Because I was
yeah.
having like super hard time with that the last couple of weeks. My drain just kept clogging, so I figured I'd
Yeah.
get something to filter it out. So yeah, there you go, some basic kitchen essentials.
I actually
$1.
have the little sifter. It's not called a strainer. It's not called a sifter. It has a specific name for it. It's the metal
Yeah, the
mesh
fine
net.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but I have one of those too, and I've had it for 2 years. Granted, I've probably only used it 10 times, but it works. And for $1, if you use it 5 times and then recycle it, it's worth it.
Yeah, no, I just needed one and I thought of it. And I was looking for a knife sharpener originally, but they don't sell knife sharpeners. They sell knives, but not sharpeners. It's weird.
I'm sure at some places you could find them, but that's
Yeah.
the thing. They don't keep everything in stock. Like everything varies from store to store, which is cool,
Yeah.
but also could suck if you don't got the goods by you. But
Yeah, that's very
speaking
true.
of if it's worth it or not, I got a little bit of a thing to talk about today that I kind of discovered last night that I'm not too pleased with.
Oh yeah, you sent me a message
yeah.
about this.
Yeah, it was last night. So let me paint you a picture, okay? It's 3 in the morning. I'm done gaming for the night. I'm done editing for the night. I'm getting ready to go upstairs. I'm perusing the Steam store.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know what Steam is,
Get a PC.
you buy you buy video games from it.
It's a PC
so
exclusive. So-
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm scrolling Steam, and something catches my eye, and it's an EA game. It was Need for Speed. It was one of the new Need for Speeds, but something was wrong, right? The average price for a AAA game is $59.99. Okay, so $60. It's been that way for 15 years. I can remember buying Xbox 360 games for $59.99. So I think, oh, this is weird. Maybe it's a special edition. I click on it. It's not a special edition, and I was very upset because it's out there now, right? If EA's doing it, other companies are going to see,
Mm-hmm.
wow, they're getting $70 and we're only getting 60. This is fucked. So Liv did a little research, and this has been going on for months. They've been having like conferences and like meetings, and like all the businesses are all the big companies are getting together and deciding, and it's in effect. Next gen console games are being bumped up by $10 for AAA titles and like your NBAs, your MLBs, your Call of Duties, like your big boy games.
Yeah.
They're no longer $59.99 for like the PS5 and the next gen Xbox. It's and that hurts. That hurts me emotionally.
I don't want to be a back in the day kind of person, but do you remember when they used to be $39.99 for new games? Like PS2?
So, we were going over all the prices yesterday, and here's my thing.
It goes up by every generation by $10 because PS3 it was $49.99, and then when PS4 came out, it bumped up to $59.99.
No, it's been 15 years. It's been $59.99. It changed from the regular Xbox to the Xbox 360, and it maintained $59.99 from the PS3, Xbox 360 through the PS4 and Xbox One up until now, where the big boys are changing it.
Well, I mean, I distinctly recall buying Modern Warfare 1 and 2 for $50. Like it was $49.99 when I bought them.
Modern Warfare. I mean, I would argue that it was $59.99, and if it was at the not a sale price, it was $60 if it was on 360 or PS3. But
I don't remember
who can say?
Expensive. Yeah, no, it's weird. I have this like weird memory of like it's always being $49.99, and I remember like thinking like, holy shit, games are $60 now.
Yeah,
but no, I don't remember that being PS4, maybe, or PS3. Maybe it was. I don't know. Fucking know. I don't remember.
I didn't have a PS3. I had an Xbox 360, and on Xbox 360, it was absolutely $59.99. And so now it begs the question, like, why? Are things getting more expensive? Are they paying their employees more? Are they giving us better content? Is it more difficult to produce these games? Are they just doing more? And
yeah,
I'd say they're not. Everything's digital now, right? They're cutting out all that cost. They're not giving us boxes, physical games, game manuals, like all that production that doesn't exist anymore, right?
Yeah, I don't know, because like they didn't charge that much for Skyrim. Skyrim came out in 2011. I'm pretty sure games were still pretty cheap back then. Like, and Skyrim is like huge production value.
It was $60. It was $59.99.
Yeah, there's no and it's same with Fallout 4. All the Fallout games have always been like baseline. There was like, and they're huge games, like arguably like some of the bigger production games out there, because the maps are enormous, the systems are huge, and everything like that. And Need for Speed, I'm sorry, like Need for Speed is it's Speed.
Now, don't get me wrong. I love a good Need for Speed game, but like I was watching these trailers and I'm like, why? Like, why this game? All right, and hear me out as well. The other games that are doing it are sports games. Okay, I get it. You like sports games. Basketball's cool, whatever. But it's a fucking remodel of the year before with updated jerseys and like new rosters.
Yeah, maybe a couple new people in the roster from the drafts and everything.
Yeah. Maybe a new game mode. It's not a fucking from the ground up building, a new world. Like with what was that? Elden Ring? You're not hiring You're not hiring George. You're not hiring George R.R. Martin. That $70. I get it. They hired two of the biggest names in storytelling.
Yeah, but Miyazaki. Like
yeah, exactly. Like that I get. But like to reskin a fucking sports game and say it's because it provides such an incredible experience, like, bud, nobody would notice if you just like put out NBA 2K21 again.
Yeah, honestly, like to me, sports games are a dime a dozen. Like, like if someone said you want to go play a sports game, like, and they decided to throw like a hockey one out or a basketball one out, I don't give a shit which sport it is. I'm playing a sports game. They're so dime a dozen. There's no competition. I've never seen a sports game stand out to me. I don't think ever, honestly, other than like when Madden was out for the PS1. I remember like people were hyped about that, but that was it. That was the last time I remember a sports game being huge.
Yeah. Now this is all subjective. This is all from our view. So Like there's people who love, and guess what? If I'm hanging out with a couple people and they put FIFA on, I'm with it. I'm on board.
But that's what I mean. Like, it doesn't matter what sports game it is. It's a
Yeah.
sports game.
And it doesn't matter which fucking FIFA it is. If they put on FIFA 12, I'm just as happy, Like, I don't care.
I think sometime last year I played the first Madden, like Madden 98 or something like that.
All right.
I do remember doing
So, like, I guess the prices for everything are going up. But now, would it have been better if, so over the last 15 years, it's been 15 years of games being $59.99. Would it have been better for them to just 14 years ago make it $60.99, 13 years ago make it $61.99? Because they're, like, I feel like that's what America, I don't know about the rest of the world, but that's what America is used to, is every year things getting a little more expensive.
Yeah.
But they're hitting us with that $10 increase all at once, and it just feels like it's a lot.
Yeah, I like that. Not to get like too much into the economical thing, but they're like the prices of video games and a lot of things don't reflect the amount of money people make. So like stuff is getting further and further out of reach for a lot of people. That's why that's why we have a show like this where we talk about discount stuff and free stuff.
So if a game is $69.99, that's going to be like $75 after tax. Do you have like $75? You're picking up extra shifts at work just to get your kid a fucking, the newest Madden that's going to be obsolete in 11 months.
Hell, I wouldn't even buy Biomutant at full price when I bought it. I bought it for half or for like $12 off. Like I wasn't going to buy it unless it was like on sale.
It's
Oh, and by the way, talking about free alternatives, Horizon Chase Turbo is free on Epic Game Store right now. Till July 1st.
Is that a racing game?
Yeah, it is a racing game.
I'm gonna get that.
Just like
get that right now.
Get it, stream it to spite Need for Speed.
Yeah, fuck you, Need for Speed.
And Sonic Mania is out there, which is another racing game technically.
I guess you are going very fast. You still have your hot tub up in the background?
Yeah, I do.
Your little fucking pool.
It's just been sitting there. I need to fill it with water and do a stream in it when sometime. Maybe
I'd pay not to see that.
Well, I'm gonna wear something.
A singlet.
Something. Well, on the side, on that topic, I have lost like 22 pounds.
Well, skinnier isn't always, better looking.
Yeah, but I also don't want my freaking gut to hang over my bathing suit either.
Yeah, you gotta get the high waisted.
Tuck it in.
Yeah. Get a high waisted bathing suit. Bring it back.
Yeah, like you said, skinnier is not better, but I don't know. I want to look the way I want to look, and I don't think I don't look the way I want to look for a stream like that. So I'm just trying to get in shape.
I think you're beautiful the way you are.
Hey, so I thought about this. How big of a donation would you need to kiss me on the lips?
Mate, I'd rather punch you in the fucking mouth. What is it? Where the fuck did this come from?
I don't know. It was a weird thought I had yesterday when I was working. I'm
Christ.
Like, what would I do for $1,000?
Well, 1,000. Are we talking $1,000? Do we have to split it?
I mean, 2,000.
All right, enough. I just said to Liv the other day. I said I need a fucking a sound clip of the song. The Muppet song, Moving Right Along. And I specifically said, I said, for when Walker says some weird shit and I just don't know how to respond, I'll just start singing, Moving Right Along. Yeah, now I need that clip right now. Just right now, I need that. Moving right along.
All right. So, would you want to move on to? It's hard to move past that.
Yeah. We have nothing for today. That was it. We briefly texted last week. I said, hey, you got any ideas? And then we're just like, let's wing it. Fuck it. So I did have that was a big one. What do you call it? The price is going up because that's a huge shift in the industry. That's once it's out there, like they're selling them for $69.99 on Steam right now. And I looked at the reviews. I didn't read any of them, but you know how on Steam it says, and the reviews were overwhelmingly positive, which to me reflects the fact that people are still purchasing and they're still buying, and so once fucking other companies get wind of this, that's it.
Yeah.
We're $70 for games for AAAs.
Well, now Just because I'm like, I still have Epic Game Store up and it's like
Mhm.
scrolling past. I keep seeing discount after discount after discount. So, like, yeah, maybe you can't buy the AAA game as it comes out. Leave that for
Yeah.
the big dick streamers, the big dick content creators to make to review the game for you, see if it's worth it and stuff like that.
Mhm.
They let them pay full price for it, and if it sucks, you saved yourself $70.
That
And if it's
that's
great, go make that's your decision to make. Like,
mhm. I did that with Borderlands. Borderlands came out like a year or two ago, probably Borderlands 3, right? And
yeah.
it was $60. It was AAA price. And guess what? About 6 fucking months ago, it was $9. You
Yeah.
know, so like just wait. You don't sure you want the nicest and newest things, but
Sometimes it's not
eh,
worth it. Like, like
yeah.
who's gonna bash you for having played a game a year after it came out because you got it on sale? Like,
Mhm.
unless like I mean like obviously and like even if you want to play online with your friends, Apex Legends.
There you go. Apex
That's
Legends. That's it. The answer to all your gaming
We're always
prayers.
gonna go back to Apex Legends. Actually, Arc was out for $13 and everything,
Mhm.
and then like now like almost everyone in the Discord is obsessed with it. I feel like I've never seen that many people in a chat playing a game together than I
Yeah,
did
there's a
when
lot.
yeah. A lot of people love on that. I don't know if the sale's still going on. I think it might have ended. But I always see stuff like that periodically on sale. You know what? Arc came out years ago. And I'm like just now getting into it, but I love it. I'm loving on it, so I have no complaints on waiting to play a really awesome game as long as I don't have to pay full price for said awesome game.
Yeah, and it's not so it's so difficult. It's not that you don't want to support the developers. It's just I don't personally think that these AAA titles are worth that money, and that's my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think that I should have to fucking work like like I don't know how many hours of fucking work you have to work to make that, but like people are like working I don't know the delicate way to say this. People are making shit money, right?
Yeah, yeah.
People are not getting paid enough, and you got to work a full fucking day of work. That's a full day you're never gonna get back of your life,
Well,
right?
think about
To
this.
go buy a video game.
Think about this. Like no matter how much money I make, like in any job I have, $100 is like a significant chunk of my weekly
It's a
paycheck.
lot.
Now think about this, $70. What 10 years from now, you never know, it could go up to $90, $80, whatever.
It will.
That's gonna take up like literally like okay, so like a fifth of your paycheck if you're like working 40 hours a week. That's like a fifth, if not a fourth of your paycheck going towards one game. Like even if you save up for that, nobody has that kind of money. Like
Well, people there are certainly people who.
nobody who listens to us.
Yeah. Yes. Excellent point.
Broke is in the name.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's the people who do have that kind of money who will pay the $70 without blinking twice. It's makes
Yeah.
it tough for the people who are like, damn, like $70. That's like
Oh,
2 weeks worth of food, you know?
so like a fun little extra thing, like I like because just thinking about like really good games out there. Horizon Zero Dawn was a $50 game I think when it came out. It's $30 right now,
I saw that.
and
It looks good.
it's the complete edition. It's all of it just in there, and like that new game that's coming out that looks like Horizon Zero Dawn might be worth checking out the original game.
People love Horizon Zero Dawn. I've never played it,
I might get it and
but
stream it. I'm honestly
do
like
it.
really tempted to because you get to tame animals. And that's
It's I've heard nothing but amazing things
yeah.
about Horizon Zero Dawn.
I think
I'll I never played it, but I'll
I think I may have
probably
only
won't.
watched like the first hour of gameplay at any given time. Anytime I watch a streamer play it, they're usually like just starting it or someone's just showing like an expose of it. So I never get to see like late game gameplay. So I'm really interested to check this out.
I would absolutely love to, but even $40. I say this every single time. These aren't my type of games. I would love to get into these games, but let me explain to you what my idea of a great single player game is. It would be Life is Strange. It's
Yeah.
simple. There's no fucking crazy difficult bosses. It's choice based. You want bacon and eggs, or you want to fucking plate of sausage, and then that.
I do love the choose your own adventure games where like
Yeah.
those are so cool.
Yeah, and they're 10 hours long. You're not logging. I say this as I have 8,000 fucking hours in Elder Scrolls Online, but like if I played a story game, I just 10, 12, 15 hours, nicey nice, get through it, enjoy the story. Um, I don't need these fucking 6 year long expeditions. I don't want to have to grind my life away to beat a story game. That's me,
Yeah.
and that's personally how I view single player games, which is why I think I've been erring more towards the indie games,
Yeah,
you
very
know,
much so.
and they're really good. And it comes back to, are the AAA titles worth it? I don't believe so.
I think the indie games have really been like stepping up because like we were talking.
Oh, Jesus
Oh, sorry.
Christ.
I tried to look away from the camera. So with the indie games, like they've been stepping up their game, and not only that, but like the same shit that like the AAA titles are being made on is free for developers. So like you get a developer dedicated enough, they can make a indie game out of the same exact with the same exact engine that like these AAA titles are
Hmm.
making their games out of.
Yeah,
It's a
they
no.
have access. It's at some point it's a matter of resources because
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know how many employees like EA has or Sony has, but they're getting put to shame by these fucking like 10-person studios.
yeah. Well, that's the only time I'll ever forgive games that are like in betas or long alphas and stuff like that. Is if they're like small development teams or just
Mhm.
adding new shit to it all the time. Like look at like Phasmo. Phasmo was a completely incomplete game.
Yeah.
And like it just keeps getting better, and the developers listen to the people. Like they do a lot more to like help improve the game. With these AAA titles, they make the game, put it out there, and if it sucks, to try to recover it, and if not, then you just got a shitty game.
That's why I had such a hard time being such a harsh critic on Skater XL,
Yeah.
because it was a very small studio and I was shitting on it. I was like, this game sucks. This game's the fucking worst. And then I was like, man, somebody worked really fucking hard on this.
Mm.
And they like really put their heart and soul into this. And I felt bad, but like
Well,
that
but
game
at the
was
end of the
not for
day,
me.
if it's a bad game or not bad game, if it's not a fun game to play, it's not a fun game to play. That's nothing to do with the developers. Because like I know a lot of people that love Skate XL, but like it's again,
Mhm.
it's not everyone's cup of tea. So like
Yeah, it's
it's
a
the
lot of it. You get like the elitist skateboarders and say, "Well, you obviously just don't know how skateboarding works."
yeah.
I know how skateboarding works. It's just not. I don't know. I was about to say I don't want it to be like a simulator, as I also sit and log tons of hours in Flight Simulator, and I don't know. I have been noticing that I have been fading away from gaming a little bit. I'm not that I'm losing interest in it. I'm just like,
You just haven't found something to click with.
yeah, I go on ESO, I play some PvP,
Yeah.
I do a couple things, make some money and log off. I play, I jumped on Arc last night with you guys, had a little fun, but I don't know, nothing really is. It's not like it used to be with like the Counter Strike and the Valorant and even the Apex. I haven't played Apex
Oh
in.
God, no. I think the last time I played Apex was like right around the same time when we started Half Past Broke back up.
Yeah,
Is like right around the
I
last time I played.
yeah, I just it's not. I feel as though I'm fading out of it, but I go through waves like this. I like gaming. I don't like gaming,
Yeah,
but
sometimes you just need a break from stuff, you know? It's not like
yeah.
you can't be like I like there's been times where I've like completely just walked away from games. There was like 6 months where I was just like I just ghosted the internet for a while and I
Mhm.
just kind of like chilled out for a little bit. And that's just actually right before we started Half Fast Broke to begin with.
Yeah,
Was when I was just like, yeah, no, I've had it with the gaming for a while. I don't think I touched my PC for like 6 months straight.
yeah. You need it sometimes. You can't just sit there and I mean, people do. And I have. I lost a good chunk of my fucking life
Mhm.
to Elder Scrolls Online, and just like, yeah, it sucks when
Oh no.
that becomes your routine, when it becomes
Mhm.
like your wake up, do what you gotta do, play video games until you go to sleep. Like that's to me, that wasn't it.
Yeah.
I did it. I did it for a long time, but I wanted something more.
You know, and it's unfortunate because like I really like streaming, but I feel like I need to find a good thing to stream that isn't gaming. Because like I like streaming games, but I just like streaming, and it's hard to find like a topic to stream that isn't
Mhm.
gaming. So like that's where I've been kind of stuck at. That's why I've been streaming a lot less lately. Just because I can't I like gaming and I like doing like the goofy shit on Fallout, but like I want to do something else. I want to like I don't know, do a voice acting stream where I just like pick a bunch of different scripts and stuff. Like I have a bunch of different ideas, but I also thought about doing that, just like gathering up a bunch of clips or having people send me a bunch of clips from a scene and
Mhm.
just voicing them out and seeing where
Hell
they
yeah.
go.
Do it. There's so many different categories, and people watch so many different things on Twitch. Like you're not pigeonholed into gaming. You can do anything on there. Right? They have like crypto now, so all the crypto bros are just like trying to analyze stocks. I'm like,
Yeah, I
I don't
saw
think you
that.
know anything.
They
I'm not taking financial advice from you, bud.
they got pool, beach, and
Hmm.
whatever. So, like that's why I got that thing. I'm gonna do that. Like
Jump on the bandwagon, baby.
yeah, exactly. They got an ASMR stream, which is like the creepiest one. Hands down the
Yeah,
creepiest category.
yeah. I
Because
feel like it's
I feel a little uncomfortable whenever I'm in it.
pe- yeah, people doing some weird stuff, but you know what? Don't knock the hustle. They're out there. They're
Yeah,
getting
yeah. Hey,
they're getting the subs,
oh, why
right?
not?
And
Um,
scratching their nose on their mic, getting
the
big
the
donations.
Dungeons and Dragons category is really fun. I like seeing those people do like their little sessions and everything. I'd love to start a streaming session like once a month, not like every week or
Yeah.
anything like that. Like once a month, we'll do like a one shot with established characters and stuff like that. I think that would be really fun.
Yeah, it's getting so much bigger too. I feel like over the pandemic, so many people have gotten into Dungeons and Dragons and like it's
Yeah,
become so much more mainstream. Like you're seeing like, famous actors and actresses in their D&D groups and just like people you wouldn't
yeah.
expect. Like, oh, I can't wait to play D&D. Like it's not some like weird oh, you're live in your mom's basement and it's not that anymore. It's so not quite mainstream, but it's like it's cool now. It's the thing.
Yeah,
Like
it's not as obscure as it used to be.
yes, yeah, it's cool to see it getting the exposure.
Yeah, just
It's always
tabletops
had
in general. Like
yeah.
it's really nice to see tabletops kind of making a comeback a little bit because like it allows for more free interaction. Like in games, you're stuck with in-game mechanics, and like tabletops, you
Mhm.
can making up the rules as you go half the time.
Oh
Like you
yeah.
can have a lot of fun with them. Like the cyberpunk one we did, I keep going back to that. I had a lot of fun doing the cyberpunk one.
It's nice, it's immersive. It gets, a group of people together for a common goal. It's something that you don't have to be sitting at the table with them. It's all doable online and it's a
Yeah.
great thing to do.
It's a very spoken word forum, which is nice
Mhm.
because in that way, like, we can do stuff like this where you and I live so far away from each other. Like, we can
Yeah.
still do stuff like that. And not that
Yeah.
gaming isn't an option for that, but it's still fun to do tabletops because, like, you have a freedom to tabletops.
Yeah, it's different. It's something interesting. Everyone has to be on board though. It really only
Yeah.
takes like one person who doesn't fucking care to ruin a whole session.
Yeah, exactly. That's why, like, I
So
feel like a lot of sessions fade is like people like scheduling conflicts and stuff like that. Like it's so hard to keep a consistent session. Like Critical Role's been going on for what 4 or 5 years now, something like that. That's a D and
never
D.
watched
That's
it.
a D&D podcast. They've been going on for freaking ever, dude. And they're awesome. I love watching them. Like they have different seasons, 4 campaigns.
That's pretty sick. I never watched Critical Role. I hear everyone talk about it. That's probably is am I correct in saying it's the most famous D&D podcast?
Probably hands down, other than Acquisitions Incorporated, because Acquisitions Incorporated is a D&D podcast or like just a D&D show
Yeah.
by the people that work for Wizards of the Coast. Like the people that make D&D. They have
Gotcha.
so like it's huge. Like they do it at PAX. Like they have a whole like studio where they sit up on stage and play D&D at PAX. So I thought that was really cool.
PAX is something that I would love to go to.
Yeah.
I've never had the privilege of going. But it's something it's on my radar because I love conventions. The anime conventions are a little much for me sometimes. It's a lot of it's really cool and it's a really fun environment, but it's a lot of like a lot
Yeah.
of people like kind of like let loose and just like
Yeah,
Lot of chaos. Like,
it's
like good for you and everything, but like mind your fucking manners.
it's a little too focused on one thing. Like I like conventions that are like broad. They're not just like anime
Yeah.
or just video games. I like
Yeah.
conventions that are just everything. Like
Yeah.
like how Comic-Con is now.
Is it? I mean, I feel like with a name like Comic Con,
Oh, it's fucking huge, dude.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
they rent
never
out
went.
like I think the LA Stadium or something like that every year. I can't remember where Comic-Con is now. Maybe it's the
San Diego. Yeah, it's
oh, did
they
you
have
hear that Ron Burgundy, Will Ferrell as Ron Burgundy has his own podcast now?
Oh, that's old news, dude.
I just found that out like a couple days ago.
I did that. It has to have been out for 2 years now.
Is it really?
At minimum a year, possibly 2.
Well, I don't normally listen to like public radio, like, you know, like dialing in radio, but they're advertising on iHeartRadio sites. So I was like, oh shit, I like are on iHeartRadio channels, and I had just never listened to the radio. I don't know why I threw it on the other day.
I actually do listen to the radio. If I'm in my car, most of the time.
Yeah, if I'm like driving on, like when I'm doing my deliveries and stuff like that, the radio goes on because it's just the easiest thing to like listen to.
If I'm doing a long trip, I put on my own personal playlist, probably podcast, maybe an ebook or something. But if I'm just driving like 15 minutes down the road, I don't feel like, going to spot. Not that I have a fucking Alexa in my car. I could literally say, blah, 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 do this, and it will play it. But sometimes it's easy just to put on the radio station, and they're fun too. The morning shows
Oh, I love the morning show. It's coming from the guy
good.
that doesn't like podcasts. I love listening to the morning shows.
I don't love. I'm not like, man, I can't wait to get in my car at 7 in the morning to listen to the fucking.
There's a couple talk shows, the radio talk shows that I do like look forward to listening to. There's like Earl Davis Jr. I think has a talk show. I don't know if that's like a well-known name. I just heard of him recently, but he's hilarious. I love the dude. He's a bodybuilder and he does radio. He's really cool.
Yeah, they're fun. They're cool little, I don't know, morning shows. That's probably where podcasts got their inspiration from. Like,
oh, easily, right? Directly.
Like these old God, radio's been around forever. They've had these like morning shows, and
I bet you,
it's cool stuff.
I bet you like Howard Stern had to have been like a big inspiration for how like podcasts are, just the way like Howard Stern's like shows always were.
Oh my god. Oh, absolutely.
A blast from the past, Howard Stern.
there was another so when I was a working man way back when, I listened to the Jason Ellis show every single day. It was on Sirius Radio. He was on Faction at like whatever time he was on, and I loved this show. It was so funny. It was so off the fucking wall, and a lot of people, said, "Oh, he's the next Howard." Lots of people were just like, "He's the next Howard Stern. He's the next Howard Stern." And I don't know what happened. I don't know if he fell off, or I don't know if he might still be around.
Maybe he has a podcast.
Oh, I absolutely probably does.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. But I didn't continue my subscription to Sirius XM Radio and never listened to him again. It's not like it was a very good show.
It's so funny because I have Sirius XM in my car because you get the free subscription for a year when you like go to buy a car. So like, but like I've never set it up, and I don't know. I like listening to like my local stations because it's like people from here talking about shit from here. Like, don't get me wrong, I like listening to like podcasts and stuff like that, but like if I'm listening to the radio, I'm trying to listen to my local guys because I can hear like stuff that's happening in my area.
Yeah, it's tough though with shit like that because it just goes by like the biggest major city near you. Like, I don't give a shit about what's happening in like New York City. Like
no, because
let me take that back. I do care what's happening in New York City. If I want local, I don't want like local to me isn't like because New York City is within fucking 10 hours of me.
See, I never hear stuff about New York City. Like, at least like my town, my city, the city I grew up in, is like they got a hard on for this. Like every person has a hard on for this city. Like people love this area. So like any of the local radio stations that are from here are only talking about shit that's happening in this town.
No,
so, like,
mine's
really
just like
cool.
Surrounding.
I mean,
not even surrounding. Like these cities aren't even anywhere fucking near me, and
yeah.
they're just like all based out of there and all. Like I don't know. If I wanted local, I'd go door to door. Hey, you guys got a fucking radio station?
Yeah, at least you don't live in a remember when city. You know those
What?
ones that used to have like something amazing in them, and now they're like not so amazing anymore. So people have like this weird self-importance to the city. Because like where I'm from, Kodak was established, and that was like the headquarters, and like everyone just has this like remember when this city was so great, blah blah blah. Like it's just one of those things. Like I've always noticed, like this city has like really suffers from the remember when kind of
Mm-hmm.
mentality, where they still think
Yes.
it's just as great as it was 40 years ago. So,
Is it
the food and beer scene is really nice around here. Not gonna lie.
the
The
Zweigels?
Genesee, the Genesee Brew House and all that. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, the Zweigels are so good. Garbage
the Red
plate.
Hots. Yeah, so I mean, it's decent.
Yeah, but it's not like outstanding compared to other cities. Like you go to Buffalo, New York. Buffalo, New York's got a great claim to fame too. Like it's the all America city.
Yeah, I mean, everywhere's got their thing that they're. I'm probably not. Probably not all cities are famous for something, right? Wasn't
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. Like, what's
I mean, you got Syracuse. Like, I'm just thinking about cities in my area. I know, like, well,
eh,
like Rochester, like the city where Kodak's from is where Xerox is from, IBM. Like, a lot of big businesses all kind of stemmed from Rochester, which is weird.
it's big
But
stuff. That's big stuff.
but then
I mean,
none of them are like big businesses anymore. They've all kind of fallen into obscurity as far as like
mm,
being profitable for the local area, because Xerox and Kodak are very much like big foreign traders, so there's not a whole lot going on in the city anymore.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure what's going on. I do know that we figured out my lighting issue.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
Just before the podcast started, I was like, what the? If you go back to previous episodes, you'll see it in the background of my video. If you're a YouTube listener / watcher on Spotify, you're gonna have to use your imagination. So behind me, I have a LED strip light, and there's a window. You probably can't even see it because it's probably cut out on Diff's screen. But there's a little window, and it was just there was light permeating from it, and it was flickering, and it was driving me nuts. And I was like, "What is this?" I'm trying to stuff blankets in the window, trying to put boards over the window, and the light was still there. Okay, so Diff goes like, "Oh, is there a lamp on or something?" I go, "No, there's no lamp on anywhere." Maybe, and then behind Liv's computer in the fucking far corner, there's the tiniest. I'm talking like 4 inches around, $7 fucking Walmart lamp. She turns it off and everything's. This thing was just beaming light across the room, the brightest. Talk about fucking lumens per dollar. This thing wins the fucking cake. So that's where we're at right now. Now it's nice and
Would you call it figuratively bang for your buck? Right for your
yeah,
buck?
yeah. I'm afraid of that light though.
That's insane. I can't believe how much lighting how much light that
Yeah.
light provides. Which goes back to us talking about lighting. Lighting is important. Like
Yeah.
any foreign light's gonna change your lighting completely. Or make flickering.
It's incredible. Yeah, it's incredible. So, you don't need fucking Elgato $120 panel lights to get some yeah, go to Walmart, get the $7 shitter lamp that'll probably burn your house down.
Yeah, right. Don't put it too close to the wall.
Yeah, don't
Burn a hole in the wall.
Yeah. Don't put it too close to anything. Put it on a concrete pad surrounded by a metal box. When it inevitably lights on fire.
I immediately thought of the interrogation lights that they used to use.
That's probably the exact
they
one.
just like hold it over someone's head. They're like beaming sweat off their face.
That is the exact lamp. That's the exact lamp they used. That may be from the FBI headquarters.
Inspired by FBI technology.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's brutal.
Oh, that was great. That's great. Yeah, so that's like a big thing. And also now that we're both back on our own sound thing, like this episode will probably sound quite a bit better than the last episode. Eric will tell you. the hell he went through to post that and
Oh,
get
that
that all
shit. Yeah,
edited.
the last week's video was just a fucking disaster. And you know what? This is. Thank you for bringing that up because I wanted to inform people, of how simple it is to make a mistake like I did. What happened was I posted. It took me whatever. I edited it. Tried to edit the audio, edited our names into it and everything. Just the creative process, if you will. So I export it and I listened to the first couple minutes. I'm like, oh, so yeah, great. Sounds fine, whatever. I put it online. I start listening to it. And like 20 minutes in, the audio starts skipping. And I'm like, shit, is this just my internet? I go, Liv, can you listen to this? She said, yeah, it's skipping. I go, Diff, can you listen to this? Yeah, it's skipping. I go, fuck. So I take it down from YouTube. I I export it again because I think maybe it just rendered incorrectly. I render it again an hour later. Same thing, same issue. So I'm looking up, I'm Googling stuff, I go, well, what's up? Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. So I see somebody said, make sure that the frame rates line up with your timeline. And I go, well, that's silly, of course, because when you import a video, it says, when you import a media source to most editing softwares, and by most I mean I know Vegas and DaVinci Resolve do this. It says, oh, the media you've imported has a different frame rate than your timeline frame rate, than your default frame rate. Would you like to change it to the media? And you always say yes. Not always. For this application, I hit yes because I want it whatever it was recorded in. So that defaults it to whatever the media is. What happened was the intro that I made. You guys see it on YouTube, the intro, little spinning logo with our two faces popping up. I guess I rendered that in 24 FPS, and when I was editing last week's podcast, I must have imported that intro first. and when it asked, I think I probably like batch imported or something. And when it said, would you like to default to the media's frame rate, I just clicked yes because I always do. So it defaulted the timeline to 24 FPS. We put in a fucking 60 FPS video and audio. So over time, it has to compensate for, like, I don't know exactly why, but it skips the fucking audio. It's something to do with frame consistency.
Yeah.
And it took me fucking hours to figure this out. Like so be careful of what media you import first,
Mhm.
and hit synchronize the frame rate to the timeline because that could fuck up all your other media.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think that's a really good thing to mention on there. Like that's like the behind the scenes creative process. Like especially because like we've been talking a lot about like content creating. Like these are things that like we still go through. We're still learning and everything. And if we can share a tidbit of knowledge that might prevent someone else from having the same problem in the future, absolutely want to share that knowledge. I'm glad we were able to like convey what happened. Yeah, frame rate's important. If you have two different frame rates, it's gonna skip it a bunch.
Yeah, it was brutal, and it was just one thing after another, and then I went to go upload it again to YouTube, and then YouTube wouldn't process it. I think so. I think it had something to do with uploading the same video twice in a day because as soon as midnight hit, it started processing it. So it would upload the video, but it wouldn't process the standard definition. And as soon as midnight hit, it processed it straight through. So it took me fucking literally all day.
I remember.
Just for
I felt so
God.
bad for you. I was like, "Oh, you're just like you had a hell of a time doing that." I'm not gonna lie.
It was just like it was such simple things. It was so many simple things that I didn't want to give up though. I didn't want to just say, whatever, upload the fucking raw, or yeah, whatever, upload without this. Like it's because when you work on something, you want it to be correct.
Yep.
So that's
Just pull
that. What's up?
I was gonna say, just pull the Hank Hill. You gotta remember the fundamentals. Like you got.
What is that?
Remember from when he was teaching Bobby the propane thing? He's like, you always got to practice the fundamentals in order to be the best in something. Like when he was teaching Bobby how to like work with propane, like the fundamentals, wiping the tank and everything with the video editing, knowing the fundamentals is always an important thing. And it's like, if you always remember the fundamentals, it helps you become a better editor.
Yeah, it's just like little things that, because I didn't know that the intro. I guess for some reason DaVinci defaulted to 24 FPS. Probably because when I first installed DaVinci, I was making a 24 FPS video, and it was just like, oh, this is the default from now on. So I guess when I made the intro, I don't know, it was silly stuff, and I'm very happy that I was able to figure it out,
Mm-hmm.
but it was a lot of obstacles. And not because it was difficult to edit, it was just a lot of things going wrong, just a lot of like technical errors, like
Yeah.
between YouTube and the editing, and
And the thing is, like, once you hit hiccup after hiccup like that, it just builds up.
Yeah.
It accumulates on you. Like, it really wears on
Mhm.
you.
Oh, actually, yeah. Oh, dude, talk about that. Because when I was waiting for it to render for like the fourth fucking time, I was like, I got to get away from my computer. I got to like go.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna go.
forgot you disappeared for a while.
Dude, I was like, I got to go get food. I'm gonna go get something. So I go to Burger King. There was 4 people in the fucking drive-through line. I was in the drive-through for 20 full fucking minutes, and I couldn't get. I had noticed that the line didn't move in the first like 5 minutes I was there, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave. I can see how this is going. I'm gonna take the step to not put myself in this situation. And right as I was about to back out, that somebody pulled in behind me, and it's not their fault. That's no big deal at all. But like, I was like, shit, now I can't even back out. Now I'm stuck here. So I sat there 20 minutes in the drive-through, losing my fucking mind. Finally get the food, right? So then I'm like, you know what? Let me grab some groceries. So I
Yeah.
go to my local grocery store, right? There's minimum 40 people waiting in line, but it's not a line. Oh, no. It's not a line. It's a sea of people who don't know which line. There's 2 registers open for 40 plus people. Every single self-checkout is fucking closed. For what reason? For what reason? I literally took everything I had in my arms, made a lap around the store, put every single thing back, and I was like, I'm gonna make a scene. I go, I'm gonna make it onto fucking Creatures of Walmart, right? .com for the second time.
For the second time, what?
Oh yeah. Oh, you don't know? You never heard this story? You
Are you talking about the pant rip thing?
The pant rip thing.
Oh, that ended up on there?
No,
Oh.
it didn't end up on there. But like, it's something that should have. So if you guys also don't know what happened to me, I went to my local grocery store one time, and I'm there for like, and it was weird. I feel like people are looking at me, but I'm like, oh, you're just being paranoid. You're just you're just being crazy. No one's looking at you, dude. No, you're not that important. No one's staring at you. I get home. Liv goes, you didn't go to the store like that, did you? I go, what? No, what? Her dog, big Fat Winnie, chewed a hole, not a hole, chewed the entire ass out of my basketball shorts. The whole ass. I'm like a basketball sized hole in my pants, just a perfect circle. It looked like I was wearing assless chaps in basketball shorts form. And I just moved to where I live 2 years ago. That's, I guess, a long time, but I don't know many people, right? I met like one guy at the bar and like became friends with him, right? One person in the whole fucking Tri-Town area that has my phone number works at ShopRite. He texts me. Says, what the fuck was that, dude? He said, are you fucking, dude, I felt so fucking bad for you. What the fuck was that? And I'm like, great. So not only do I have the whole fucking assless chap thing going on, great, I'll never have to see any of these people again. Don't wait, it's no big deal. The one person who has my fucking phone number in the whole damn town sees me, texts me, and I just had to pretend that wasn't my phone number anymore. That was it. I just deleted the number and
my tears.
sorry, we're not friends anymore, I guess. It was traumatizing.
You
So
immediately go home and tell me the whole story, and I
Yeah.
reacted the exact same way. I'm like in tears thinking about you walking
Yeah.
around. You were at least wearing underwear, right?
yeah,
Oh,
yes,
okay,
I was.
good.
I was wearing boxers. But that had potential to be really bad.
I think you would have noticed if you weren't wearing boxers.
Yeah, probably
There would have been a bit of a draft.
Yeah, a little bit of a
What was
breeze.
that? The
That was
butt
my
cheeks
ass-
clapping.
Yeah, that was my ass cheeks flapping in the breeze. You know, I specifically remember why. So I was wearing a hat that I've never worn, right? Do you know my? You probably.
Oh
never seen
yeah,
it, but
you were
it's-
telling me about. I forgot about.
right.
That.
Was it? Is it called a Booney Hat?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Are you talking
Yeah,
about the Ushanka, the ones that like the hang that drapes down your ears?
No, it's I wear it fishing. It's the one that goes. It's like a bucket hat on steroids. It goes all the way around, provides good coverage for the sun.
Oh
I think it's
yeah.
I think the kids call it a Booney hat, and it was a weird hat to wear into a store. And I was just like, man, are people staring at me because my hat? I'm like getting really self conscious about my hat. Nope, ass cheeks, dangling. That's it. Just fuck it in the breeze. So let this be a lesson. I know. If you think people are staring at you, they very well might be.
Oh my god.
Just yeah. So that's my. I didn't end up on Creatures of Walmart, but I very well could have.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, I've never checked. I'm sure I'm out there somewhere.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
Like it was.
on that note, this Eric rant has been brought to you by Half Past Broke, bringing you Eric rants every week since 2020.
It's 2019.
2019, sorry, 2019. But
no, it's 2018. It says right on the logo.
I swear to God, every time I listen to our podcast back, I realize I've come up with this realization that almost every episode there's a solid 15-minute rant coming from you.
Well, I've got
and
opinions.
I love them. I've
got things
them.
to
They're
say.
so good, but it's just so funny. So I say weird shit, you go on like 20-minute rants. It's like the perfect dynamic right here.
I've got things to say, and I will not be silenced.
It's just so funny because it's like almost every episode. Like for you people listening, I don't know if you picked up on it. I just started picking up on it. Eric goes on like a 15-minute rant every episode, and they're all fucking bangers too.
What do you want from me? I got things happen to me.
What was the one that you like completely lost your mind? Like I was just dead silent.
I lose my mind regularly.
For like 20 minutes. You were like going on a rant about the job interview thing.
Oh yeah.
The job interview one. That's the one I couldn't even say anything. I'm just like letting you go off because you did it to me twice. You gave me the same exact rate twice.
I have to. What do you want from me?
It was great. I appreciate it. It was awesome. I
will not be silenced.
that was hilarious. Like, yeah, no, that's my favorite part. I always look forward to these parts of the episode where you just kind of go off.
I don't know. I've got strong opinions on things, and if you can't tell your buddies right about your assless basketball shorts, who can you tell? But speaking of basketball shorts, I've got a new measure of how comfortable basketball shorts are. Right? You ready? Like,
I'm wearing basketball shorts, so yeah.
Are you? Okay, so we can. So am I. We can figure this out. It's, you know how they have different. Sometimes they have like the sweatpants style. They have the heavy fabric. They have the really thin stuff. So I've been into the really thin basketball shorts because they're very light. They're very airy. And they're so I've decided that I will now rate basketball shorts on how likely they are to get me kicked out of a strip club. and I've decided that the shorts I'm wearing right now, they wouldn't even let me into the strip club in the first place. These things are fucking just thinner than paper.
I gotta know, like, so is like, if you're more likely to get kicked out of a strip club, is that like grounds for a good pair of pants?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you get the creepy people going in there with like fucking paper thin, trying to get talk about bang for your buck, right? When they're getting the lap dances, they're not wearing
fire
jeans
today. Jesus.
Like they're not wearing a pair of fucking jeans. They're wearing like mesh shorts to try to get the most for your money.
So just thinking about basketball shorts.
That's gonna be the slogan. Guaranteed to get you kicked out of a strip club.
That's It's at Best Brooks line of cheap underwear or no cheap basketball shorts. It's gonna say
it's not
HPB on the front. They're just gonna be they're gonna be so cheap that even if they get slightly damp, completely see through.
Yeah, no, they're not even cheap. They're comfy. They're
I know. I'm just saying for us, like like if we ever made like a brand, it would just be like, yeah, you don't even just humidity is a wet t-shirt contest. So
yeah, that's
actually funny. I was just thinking about this the other day. So I went to Walmart. I needed new gym shorts. I just wanted more shorts or whatever, just more comfy shorts. So I'm looking at a couple, and I find this one that I really like. They look really cool. They have like a nice little design on them, really nice material and everything. And I find another one, just like basic dark navy blue ones. And I'm like, all right, I'll get these ones too. I got a couple more. I think I got like 3 or 4 that day. I get back to my house, all 4 of them, bathing suits.
Oh, with the mesh.
But and you
are you
know,
wearing them right now?
No, these are actual gym shorts. I've recently discovered bathing suits that aren't like overly bathing suity, that have like pockets in them, double as gym shorts.
They're nice.
They work really well, and that net mesh, decreases your chances of getting kicked out of a strip club and are still comfortable.
Yeah, bathing suits are strip club acceptable.
Well, it's funny because like I just like that. It never occurred to me. I was like, oh yeah, these are kind of comfortable, and I'm like, this is a bathing suit.
Yeah, this is now. Let me ask you a question, because throughout my years of giving a shit about how I looked and like wearing nice clothes, board shorts were always the thing, right? Like
oh yeah, the ones with like the one pocket in them, nothing else.
Yeah, and you wore boxers under them, right? You
Yeah,
always wore,
really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you wore boxers under them, and it was like, oh, if you're wearing the fucking the mesh, you're a fucking loser, right? What are you doing? You're not wearing board. You're not wearing Quicksilver board shorts. What are you doing? You're not cool.
I got Quicksilver.
Now, yeah, well, Quicksilver is what was it? Quicksilver, Billabong.
I know. I just haven't heard Quicksilver
Hurley.
in so long. Yeah,
Hurley, all those big, that was like the thing. You were like cool fucking surfer, whatever. But now
I got too fat for mine.
Me too. Yeah, me too. That's why I went. They're coming back. The mesh, the mesh inserts. They're coming back because the short shorts. The short shorts are coming back. The short bathing suits are coming back.
Well, and like I wanted to like the mesh that I got. Like a couple of the pairs that I got aren't even mesh. They're almost like this like soft material that's like waterproof or like water resistant. So it's not like just fucking like ball net. It's like
ball net.
It's like they
looks like in gym class with all the fucking dodgeballs in the mesh bag. So, but they're like these like they almost feel like like the compression shorts that like bicyclists and stuff wear underneath their shorts, and that's almost what they're like. And I love them. Like I absolutely love them. That's why like I could double them as shorts because they're comfortable. And are they tight? Are they like tight to your thighs?
Yeah, like the
compression.
The inside parts. Like they're just tight to my thighs. Like they hold all the girth.
The junk.
the girth. I was talking about my ass, but
oh wow, jeez, just hold the butt cheeks in.
Yeah, really, just like it's keep those bitches contained, not like Eric at a grocery store.
like a pair of Spanx.
Yeah, exactly. That's almost exactly what they are. They just fit right underneath. They're like attached to the bathing suit. They're right underneath. Perfect.
That's nice. That's cool. I'm gonna have to look into that. Yeah, I just feel like probably like maybe like 70s 80s with like the short, like very, I don't know what fabric it is, but like very obviously a bathing suit fabric.
Yeah.
Like maybe polyester or like something like almost waterproof.
Yeah, a lot of the new bathing suits don't even have that material, like the material that makes a lot of noise when you move around and stuff like that. The bathing suits that I have, none of them do that. They're like this weird like fine fabric almost. They're like water or like hydrophobic, I guess. I mean, they still get wet, but they're like they dry off fast.
Yeah. I've been interested in because I was just shopping. You talk about you were getting basketball shorts. So was I. This is where I came up with this whole "will you get kicked out of a strip club" theory. I I don't know if you guys have them, the department stores like TJ Maxx, Ross, and Marshalls and stuff like that.
Yeah, I have that.
It's basically like where last year's fashion
Goes to die.
So yeah, pretty much. But like, I love it, right? I love it because I don't give a shit if I'm wearing last year, 2 years ago's fashion. Who gives a shit, right?
All right, I'm wearing a Modelo shirt. Let's be honest here.
It's Modelo time, baby. So I go to like, Ross and Marshalls to get cheap clothes, right? You get and sometimes you find some like killer finds. So that's go to these department stores. Paid $7 for each pair of basketball shorts, but they're like brand name.
Oh, okay. Like Under Armour stuff like that.
Yeah, you'll find some Under Armour stuff.
Adidas,
so they won't have like exactly Nike, Adidas. I got Pony.
Like
head,
real nice basketball shorts, the ones with like the stitching on the side, they like flange out at the bottom, they have like the good pockets and everything, the ones that go like a little bit past your knees. Perfect basketball shorts. I love those ones. They're my favorite.
Yeah, those are like the early 2000s basketball shorts. They
were like double lined, weren't they too? They had like
so like even if you did like burn a hole in the outer layer, it's not going to go straight through. The ones I have right now are single layer.
Yeah, same. I like them. Mine are the same way. They're single layer. Back when I was a smoker, I would have much preferred double layer.
Yeah, I've always been always my whole life, as far as I can remember. If I have a choice to wear something, I'm wearing basketball shorts. I don't fucking care. I'm wearing basketball shorts.
If I can
get away with it.
When I'm at work, I like wearing jeans because they let me wear basketball shorts. But like I could stick shit in my pocket, and when I go to sit down in like the car or the vehicle, it doesn't all fall out my pockets, because that's like the one thing I don't like about basketball shorts is the shit just falls out of your pockets.
Hear me out. One time, let me preface this by saying I 100% agree with you. The biggest downside to basketball shorts is exactly that. When you sit down in your car, everything
it just goes
falls
into
out.
the nether of your.
Yeah, my phone falls out in the fucking parking lot all the time.
Yep.
So one time, I had accidentally put on a pair of basketball shorts backwards. Okay. But guess what? When I sat down in my car, nothing fell out of my pockets. So maybe it's time to capitalize on this and make reverse pockets in basketball shorts, so that the pockets go the other way, so they don't slide out. Are we gonna become millionaires now?
Half-ass broke basketball.
Yeah. Guaranteed to get you kicked out of a strip club and shit won't fall out of your pockets.
We're building our brand right now.
Yeah, right? Are you kidding me?
We're gonna have merch. We're gonna have merch in a couple of months. We gotta find someone who's willing to do that. Just reverse all the. See, we're gonna send you like 100 basketball shorts. You just gotta reverse the pockets on all of them.
Yeah, honestly, it would probably be easier to get basketball shorts with no pockets and then cut them in.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not too terrible at sewing, and I have a sewing machine, so I might actually be able to do that myself.
Let's go. That's it. We're no longer a podcast. We're a shorts company.
We're gonna half-past broke, a seamstress company.
Yeah, right. It's perfect. There's no flaw in this
no,
plan.
it's an absolutely great idea. They have to be super thin, like shape of the dick thin, like and the pants have to, and the pockets have to be backwards, so when you sit down it slides down into the sides, not out the back.
Exactly.
It's genius. It's absolutely brilliant. I can't think of any flaws in that one,
aside from the fact that you're never going to be allowed in a strip club ever again.
Well, I mean, maybe I think a Chuck E. Cheese would be more close to what you wouldn't be allowed in with those.
You're probably not allowed in anywhere. You walk in any store, like, Jesus Christ, sir, please put on.
I just realized why you said
boxers?
not allowed in a strip club. Okay, never mind. It just occurred to like the thing.
Yeah, because
I thought it was just because they were thin, you could see everything. I didn't realize that you were talking about the boing part of it.
Well, no, it's because if you're getting a lap dance, right, and if there's less material between you and said stripper, you're getting more for
more bang for your buck.
Yeah, that's what I said before.
I just made that connection. I'd be like, well, if it was that thin, I wouldn't want to go anywhere with that. But then again, I'm like, it didn't even occur to me that you were talking about hard-ons.
Yeah, no, it's not about what you can see. It's about what you can feel. So
Fuck.
you've never heard that like joke where like the creepy guy goes to a strip club in sweatpants, like
No,
oh, you're the kind of guy who goes to a strip
I've
club in
never heard
sweatpants.
that before.
Yeah, that's like a thing. That's like weird people wear like really thin pants to a strip club because they're fucking creepy.
Ugh, I wear jeans just to give myself an extra layer of protection.
Wear a fucking hazmat suit.
I don't want other people sweating on me. Are you kidding me? I barely want to sweat on myself. Anyway, so
you don't like you get uncomfortable. I guess sweating is pretty uncomfortable. Like,
well, like on the topic of sweating and stuff like that, like
sweating in strip clubs.
as long as you're sweating, you're fine. So like I always take sweating as, hey, I'm hydrated. I'm not about the heat stroke. So pay attention to yourself sweating.
There you go.
Because the second you stop sweating, it's bad. But the worst part is when you're sweating a lot and it gets all up in here, so you just have like this thin crust of salt just built up on your eyebrow because like the sweat's dried up.
That's never happened to me.
Really? Like, oh my God.
Life.
Like I'm like always covered in like this like thin layer of salt after I've spent a day out sweating all day. Like it's weird. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm a very salty guy.
You fucking crusty bitch.
Yeah, call me Krusty the Diff.
Like fucking
I thought that was a common thing. I didn't realize that I was the only one that ended up with a layer of salt on me. Hell, I mean, I could put salt mines out of business. How much salt I produce from sweating?
Yeah, no. If I'm sweating and I'm covered in sweat, and then I go into like air conditioning and I dry off, it's like a little like uncomfortable. I just feel like
I'm a sweater.
like,
I sweat a lot.
I don't know. I feel like I sweat an average amount, but like, what is is there a statistic on the average like liquid volume of perspiration that the average American produces?
I don't know. I'm just like, the only thing I could think about, like the only base of comparison I have is when I was in boot camp. Like I would have like streams of sweat coming down at all times. It didn't matter. Like when I was living in Georgia, oh my goodness, the second you walk outside, there was like trickles of sweat coming off me. So I sweat like pretty easily. It doesn't take much for me to start sweating.
It's either got to be really hot, I sweat. I'm not a fucking like machine, but like,
oh yeah,
I either got to be like working, like putting in the work, or it's got to be like
oh my God,
like
so
above 85 degrees, above like 85 to 90 degrees.
It's so bad. And it's so bad at the gym. Like whenever I'm at the gym, like it's like visible how much I'm sweating.
Yeah, I sweat at the gym, but
that's
like not like
an AC. Like an AC environment, I'm still sweating my ass off. Like
it's still hot in gyms though. Yeah. You can't possibly. It's so difficult to cool. They're high ceiling. They're basically like warehouses.
Yeah,
you know. And it's tough to you can't you can efficiently cool that, but like when you're working in that environment, it's tough.
I just had a weird thought. Do you think the high ceilings in the gyms are just so like when the hot BO rises, nobody has to smell it because it's not too close to maybe the ground? Like I don't know, it's just a weird thought popped in my head. Maybe that's why they're so high up.
That could be it. It gives the heat, it gives the fucking stench a place to go, and then it's ventilated out.
Yeah. Interesting weird thought. Thought I'd share it with you, and apparently it's a valid thought. Not all of them are, but some of them are.
Some of them
provoke thought, and others
sometimes.
So we're coming up on our wrapping up time. Actually,
really?
On the podcast, yeah, we're at it.
We got him for another one.
Yeah, we suckered him into another hour and 12 minutes, and probably another 8 more minutes, considering we can never close an episode concisely.
Well, there certainly should be no time limit on it. You know, it should be if we bang it, if we do a fucking 45-minute episode, it doesn't matter if we do an hour.
But I don't want it to go too long. I mean, last thing I need people to. We gotta save some of our rambling for other episodes. You know, if we talk about too much, we're gonna run out of things to talk about. Like this week.
It's true. It's true.
I think we hit like 5 different topics that we didn't even plan today.
No, and it's a beautiful thing. Yeah. You know, it shows versatility and witty banter,
and the value of our friendship.
It's true, the value of our friendship.
Yeah, we had to stop. We had to stop talking before the podcast because we didn't want to. We always do.
We always do. We'll be like laughing about something. Like no. Save it for the podcast.
Exactly. It happens every time.
It really does. 'Cause you can't say you want to have an honest reaction. You want to,
Yeah.
it's you don't want it to be the second time you heard a joke,
Yeah. So,
Um,
oh yeah, so we started recording a little late today. Oh man, those ribs. All I could think about is those ribs. My mouth is
Tell me
watering.
about them.
So I put them on. I got like spare ribs, and you've been to Trader Joe's, right? You're like aware of Trader
Yes.
Joe's.
Yes.
They have this coffee garlic rub that I put on fucking everything. I always buy like 4 cans of it anytime I get a chance. I coated these spare ribs. And also, by the way, another bang for your buck thing. These things were $1.98 a pound. And so I got 6.5 pounds of it for like $12.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a very serious question?
Yeah. What's up?
What is the difference between ribs, like a rack of ribs, and spare ribs?
I have no fucking idea. I'll be honest.
Damn it.
I absolutely have no idea.
I feel like
I don't see a difference. Like when I was cooking them, the only difference I saw was the cartilage that it like runs along your ribs was still attached.
Okay.
But like the ribs, I think the ribs are like up here, like more like less towards the center. So I think there's like a specific cut that's ribs, and spare ribs is what's left over. I think that's what it is.
They're spare?
I just think it's like what's left over from like the prime cut of ribs. But let me tell you, I put that on for 4.5 hours, wrapped it in tinfoil, and then cranked it up to 300 degrees for another hour. I could pull the bone right out of the rib. Like, you're paying way too much if you're buying like regular ribs. Do you have to work with like cartilage? Yeah, but that's not a big deal. Like if you cook them right, like you could just pull the cartilage right out, no problem. And the cartilage is technically edible.
Well, anything's edible if you fucking eat it.
I smoked it, so the cartilage is super soft. It was almost like gum consistency. That's how soft.
What flavored chewing gum do you have?
Beef.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Chewing gum. I
got
couldn't think of a big gum company.
Double
Fruit
bubble.
Stripes.
Fruit Stripes. You pull out the one for the 90s.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm old. What do you want from me?
Yeah, you're right.
I also don't chew gum.
No, neither
Like,
do I. I've never been a big
it's not
gum
a thing.
chewer. Also had
I feel like
braces,
it
so I
was-
lost the habit real fast when I had braces.
I had braces for like a year when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
My teeth got fucked up after I got my braces off. They all closed in on each other.
Yeah, my teeth are terrible.
And
but-
then in the military, they took my wisdom teeth out, and then they started escaping from each other.
Holy shit.
Yeah, my teeth are just fucked up. It's fine. That's why I have a mustache and a beard. It takes attention away from my teeth.
Yeah, my teeth are bad. I still have all my wisdom teeth in. They're like fully grown in, completely sideways.
Oh, they're impacted? Uh-oh.
Oh fuck yeah, dude. If you like, they're supposed to grow in like this. If you look at X-rays, they're in like all 4
Why do
just,
wisdom teeth
like,
exist?
like perfectly. I'm like, that doesn't look healthy. And like every time I think about getting them taken out, because they hurt like probably once every six months to a year.
Yeah, probably because they're rotting.
Really. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. They really fucking hurt. And then it'll stop after like a week, and I'm like, whatever, we're good.
You know,
They'll fall out eventually.
I was disappointed. I had 6 wisdom teeth, by the way. I had 2 extra teeth on the bottom on each side.
Freak in nature.
Yeah, right? I'm also the guy that if I don't shave my beard, it grows all the way up to my eye. So, but yeah, I'm weird.
Prove it.
Oh no, I'm not doing
Let me
that.
see
My
it.
face will disappear. I will lose like so much real estate if I stop shaving.
That'd be hilarious, though. That'd be amazing.
When I get my hair cut, they have to cut like can you see the hairline? The hairline goes all the way to here.
No.
I'm dead serious. It runs
Lean in.
It runs parallel to my eyebrow.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm a hairy dude. Like,
Jesus.
But I don't grow hair on my back. It's weird. Not a single hair on my back. Maybe like up here, a couple strands, but that's it. But yeah. So all my wisdom teeth grew in perfect. Like no problems. They grew in. They didn't like super crush everything and blah blah blah. Like they pushed everything together, but not to the point where it was like jagged or anything. They grew up perfectly, and then the military is just like, oh no, they have to come out. As soon as they pulled them out, all my teeth started separating. And I was like, fuck.
They said the United States military does not approve of wisdom teeth. Get them out.
Yeah, I was pissed. I was like, man, my teeth grew in so perfectly. I would have never even had to worry about them. But now I just have holes in my face, especially on the bottom because there was 2 there. So now there's just this giant fucking crater right there on each side. They'd still never filled in with gum.
Yeah, I have right before my wisdom teeth, I have a molar in my back right. That I guess I had a cavity in when I was young, and the filling fell out, and just like slowly the hole started getting bigger and bigger, and like the side of the tooth is like chipped off, so it's just like the shell of a tooth, and I'm just like, please fall out.
Oh my god.
I haven't chewed on the right side of my mouth in like 6 years.
You know, it's so weird. The only time I ever got fillings was when I was in the military. Navy medicine still uses silver, so I have silver in my teeth.
You got silver teeth?
Yeah, I got silver in my teeth.
Is it in them or are they caps?
They're not caps. It's in them. It's like the silver injection. Like they injected silver into my teeth to fill the cavities, like how they used to do it in the old school. Like apparently Navy medicine is still doing that.
How long have they been in?
No, it'd be like 7 years at this point. Yeah, almost 7 years.
Damn, that's what I needed. I got that cheap fucking civilian garbage that fell out.
The enamel's supposed to be better. Honestly,
I don't know. Tell that to the fucking massive shell of a tooth I have dangling in the back of my fucking head.
Fair.
It's not even dangling. It's like rock solid in there.
Interesting.
It's just like, yeah.
I'll pull it off for you if you want.
Oh, man, I thought about it because I seriously have, because every once in a while it really like hurts, like excruciating pain. Remember, that's when I was just drinking vodka for like a week straight, not like even getting drunk.
Yeah,
just like
you were trying to like disinfect it or whatever.
Yeah, just to like numb it. Because if I took like a little sip of vodka and like swished it around the back, it would make it feel okay. And
I haven't had a cavity in a while. I think about it.
My teeth are fucked. I need Mike Tyson to come punch me in the fucking mouth and just clear everything out.
Yeah, right. Clean slate.
Yeah,
but
maybe. But yeah, I don't know. My teeth are bad. That's all right. Well, modern science is a miracle. I'll figure something out.
On that.
Take care. Brush your goddamn teeth, kids.
I'll be honest. I'm like, my nose has been running for like the last 20 minutes. I've been trying to wrap this up because I'm so after that sneeze, my whole face just like they opened the floodgates. The allergy season is so bad for me right now, dude. Like horrible allergy season right now. So like, need to wrap this up or else I'm gonna like start dripping.
All right, let's wrap it up.
All right. Sorry, I'm like sniffling. I'm sniffling. So, actually, you know what? There is someone who I wanted to shout out for Content Creator of the Week. And he is the man that made our theme song.
Nice.
And he just started streaming pretty consistently recently. Is he still doing the 30-day music challenge?
Oh, yeah, 30 Days of Beats.
Yeah. His name is Mars Production. He streams, I don't know what his stream schedule is off the top of my head. I didn't see anything. I don't know if he has a schedule or not.
I don't know if he has a schedule, but he's been streaming consistently the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
He's actually doing he made his own 30-day challenge. So I guess he couldn't find a 30-day challenge for making beats. So he sent me something. I'm like, "Oh, this is sick. Are you going to do?" He's like, "Yeah, it took me like an hour." I'm like, "You made this?" And the whole purpose behind it is you do a different challenge every single day and you save it and like sample packs and everything. At the end of it, you have like a killer sample pack. I don't know how like sample packs work or anything, but it's really cool to hear the music he's making and in like really interesting ways. Like, yeah, yesterday it was make a beat out of nothing but a ukulele.
Oh,
so like
ukulele. I actually have one now.
Oh, you got your uke?
Yeah.
Everyone's got ukuleles now.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like he gets like his the drums from like tapping a pencil on the body, and then he'll just like I don't know how any of this works. It's amazing.
Dude's freaking smart too. Like anytime I've asked him a question like on stream, he's like been able to answer it pretty thoroughly and very well like thought out too. So it was really really incredible dude. I really enjoyed like watching him like since he started streaming. this 30-day
Yeah.
challenge. I hope he keeps going with it after the 30 days. Like, just keeps making beats and just keeps improving because he's a really informative streamer. He's a really informative musician.
Very smart, very well spoken,
Yeah.
and can answer like anything I've ever asked. He's had an answer for, and an in-depth and clear and concise answer for. So his name is Mars, M4RS. You can find him on Spotify. You can find him on
Yeah.
all the streaming platforms, everything. I think he's actually literally up on every streaming platform. M4RS. We'll put a link down. His socials are either Mars Official or Mars Production. We'll have the links down there. Check him out. He makes awesome beats, and he is just very, very, very intelligent and able to answer your questions and makes insane beats. The beat he made yesterday blew my fucking mind.
I missed it yesterday.
Oh, it was so good. It was so. I was like, dude, you have to put this on TikTok.
I saw
Like,
him. I saw him making it good, but I was working. I didn't have a chance to like do it. I haven't had to check it out. Is it on his SoundCloud?
I don't know if the song is, but you can go back to his VODs and listen to it at the end.
Oh, he does. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got VODs, so definitely check him out. Mars M4RS. We'll get you the links down below. Check him out if you're into production, beat making, music in general.
Yeah.
And I think we're wrapping it up. Is this true? Is this a true statement?
Yeah. Let's wrap it up. I need to blow my nose so bad. Eric, it's all on you, bud. See you later. Let him know.
All right, that's it. I'm gonna hit end right now, or am I? Probably not, because I don't have this up. See you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you all next week. See ya.